Hey, what's up, everybody? We're super excited to have you guys here watching us. We are IISC, which is the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers. We are an organization at U of H for industrial engineers, and basically what an industrial engineer is they're concerned with the optimization of processes and systems, and they do so by improving things like money, people, and equipment. So my name is Crystal Ashby.
My name's Sophia Martin.
My name is Locke.
My name is Neil Cruz.
My name is Poria.
My name is Atul.
I'm Abe.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
And today we will be doing a couple of activities that are called Just a Minute. And the point of this is to kind of show you guys some activities that are going to be fun for you guys and be able to relate it to industrial engineering processes. So for our first activity, all you'll need is a sheet of paper and a pen or pencil. And what we will be doing for this activity is you'll have 1 minute to write down your name as many times as you can, and we'll be doing it as well, so join along with us. Elizabeth, we will be in charge of the stopwatch here, so when she says start, you can start, and when she says stop, you stop.
Is everyone ready?
Ready.
And go. Stop.
All right, and welcome back. So here we have our officers, the number of letters in their names, and the total times they were able to write their name in a minute. Now, as Crystal has mentioned, for each of these little projects that we're going to do, mini projects, we're going to go over a pillar of industrial engineering as to kind of key you in as to what we do on a day-to-day basis. For this one, it's really important whenever we make a decision as an industrial engineer, whether we're helping a company, working on a project, is to really have good data that can support any decision that we make. And good data comes with capturing, all of the different possibilities. So see, for example, consider if your name has the same number of letters as one of our officers over here, and compare the number of times you were able to write your name compared to the officer, and see, the difference. And you can also look at, if you don't have one that matches between Sophia, myself, Poria, and Athul, we all each have 5 letters in our name, but the number of times we wrote is similar, but not exactly the same. So when we want to capture data, let's say we're capturing this kind of data, we want to make sure that, we capture all of it so that the data we do capture is one that is really good. And that's really important as an industrial engineer.
Okay, guys, for our next activity, we'll also need a paper and pencil. And what we will be doing is you will be drawing as many squares as you can within 1 minute. We will keep ours within 2 lines if you're using notebook paper. And at the end, we will compare the quality of it. So come on and join us by drawing squares in 1 minute. Elizabeth will say start, and then you will stop when she says stop.
Everyone ready? And go. Stop. The main role of industrial engineers is optimization. We try to find ways to speed up processes while making the biggest amount of product that we can, the quantity, while also trying to keep the quality the best it can. As you can see here, Locke and Neil had the highest quality, whereas they only drew 20 something squares. Whereas if you go down, we have Abraham and Crystal and Athul, who drew 40 plus squares, but their quality is very low. Their boxes are not that good. They're scribbly, just not perfect boxes. This is just like if we had cookies. If you had 20 minutes to bake as many cookies as you can. You can choose to do 2 batches where you can get 40 cookies out of it. But the cookies they're not done. They're all mushy. It's basically cookie dough. They don't taste very good, but you get 40 out of them, a high quantity. The quality is low. Or you can choose to take the full amount of time and get half the amount of cookies, but they're the best cookies you've ever had. The quality is very high, but the quantity is very low. That's the main goal of an industrial engineer, is to try to find that happy medium between the two. We want to find the best process that gives us the highest amount of quantity while also keeping the quality high.
As industrial engineers, we deal with a lot of processes that are performed by humans. And as you know, humans have flaws. So in a lot of processes that humans perform, they get tired over time. So what we're going to be doing today is watching how our performance diminishes over time, or how we slowly get more tired, which is a completely normal and human thing to do. So what we're going to be doing is snapping for a minute straight. We're going to be keeping track of how many times we snap in the first 30 seconds, and then compare it to how many times we snap in the last 30 seconds. So if everyone's ready, we're going to snap for a minute straight and keep track of the number of times we snap in the beginning and in the end.
Everyone ready? And go. Thirty seconds. And stop.
Good job, guys.
Okay, so here are the results from our minute of snapping. As you can see, every single person snapped more in the first 30 seconds than in the second 30 seconds. This is exactly what we expected to see. So as industrial engineers, we look at tasks that are repetitive and just kind of think about how those will affect processes in the long term. So, this could be with any kind of repetitive task. In this case, we did snapping. It could be the same for running, lifting up weights, any other kind of tasks that humans have to do in their everyday jobs.
Okay, guys, so for our last activity today, this is a really fun one. We will give everybody 1 minute to go out anywhere in the house and collect as many red items as you can. So once everyone's ready, Elizabeth will start us off, and once the minute is over, she'll stop it and yell, stop, and everybody has to come back with all of the items that they've collected, and we'll go over everything. So whenever you're ready, Elizabeth.
Ready, go. Stop.
All right, guys, now that everybody's back, I hope you guys had fun. I know we definitely did. As you can see in the picture before, that was all our red items. And here in the data that we have, it shows how many items each of us collected. So the strategy that we were trying to get across in this activity was planning and strategizing, right? So think about how many items you collected. Let's say, for example, Locke had 5 items. But let's say that we would have given you 30 seconds before we started the activity to plan. What would you have done? You would have strategized accordingly. You would have thought, in those 30 seconds that you have, what do I have around this house that is red? How can I easily bring those things back into the room? And maybe if I picked smaller things instead of some of the other things, I would have been able to carry more items into the room. So strategizing and planning is one of the very important things that we do as industrial engineers, just because it does relate to everything, whether it be a small term project or a long term project. It's something that you always want to do, just because it allows you to better plan for the future. It allows for things to come up and you to have a solution to it. Go ahead and try this activity again. Give yourself 30 seconds to plan for a different color items and see how many more items you can get because you strategized. Thank you guys so much for participating with us today. We hope you enjoyed the activities and learned more about industrial engineering.
We love supporting women in STEM and especially engineers.
And out of all the engineering, industrial engineering is the best.
We'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. We hope you had a blast, and we hope you have a great rest of your day. Go Cougs!
Go Cougs!
Woohoo.
Okay.